welcome back to another episode of this Birmingham City Save, and we are at the start of Season 5 now. We ended last season. It was a disappointing season last season. I was really hoping to get that top 6 and get European football, but unfortunately it didn't happen. We ended the season with a £191 million profit. And as we finished outside of the top 6, we only get 20% of that as a transfer budget, which would have given us £38.2 million as a transfer budget. However, because we are in Season 5 and we've been struggling, I've decided to give myself I've gone to the bank and got a £40 million loan to take our transfer budget to £78.2 million. I will be paying interest on that loan. 6% interest. I'll be paying it back over 2 years with 2 installments then at the end of the season to come out of our profits. So 6% on the 40 million is 2.4 million. So £42.4 million. Our first instalment will be the 22.4 million. So we'll be paying the interest and half of the loan, so the 20 million. So £22.4 million to be taken out of our profits at the end of this season, and then at the end of next season, with 6% interest on the remaining 20, will take us to £21.2 million, which again will pay back at the end of next season. And yeah, again, coming out of our end of season profits. I have made some transfers. Obviously, because we've got £78.2 million. I want Champions League football at the end of next season. I want to win a trophy at the end of this season. Who have I bought? I will show you. Couple of players have left. Couple of players we have bought in. Left back. We have brought in Alvaro Carreras from Benfica for £24 million. Bargain. He was running out of contract at Benfica. We've given him more money, more wages, and 24 million is a no-brainer for an 83 rated left back. I think he's 83 rated. 83 rated left back. A new goalkeeper, Valles. Juventus had 3 good goalkeepers, Valles being one. Lewin, who was 86 rated. Valles is 83, and they had a youth academy goalkeeper, I think it was either 78 or 79 rated. So I have gone in and stole the middleman in Valles. I used Tierney as part of the deal. So I offered Tierney plus £11.3 million, which they agreed to. So Valles is coming in to be our new number 1 goalkeeper, with Beadle dropping to the bench. Manu Kone from Mönchengladbach. I used our youth academy player in Albie Jones from our very first season with Birmingham City. I used him as part of the deal, plus 25 million to bring in Manu Kone, 84 rated. What a player he's going to be for us, or I hope so anyway. I've also sold a few youth academy players as well, as you can see there. Perkins, Long, Davis, Gardner, our left back, who's actually finished the season quite strong last season. He's gone, but I'll show you why. Frost's been sold, and we've also had a few players go out on loan in Weston, Bull, Groves, Mann and Vaness, all going out on loan. The squad is thin. It is very thin, but if we do have injuries, I can always recall those players that have gone out on loan. I've altered the tactics a little bit as well, but you see there, Carreras, our left back, and you'll also see there on the bench, Hall, 70 rated, 19 years of age, coming into the bench ahead of Gardner, who's 86 rated. Hall has more pace, he was better defending, just made more sense to keep Hall, sell Gardner, and take the profit. Yeah, the squad's thin. We've only got 4 players in the reserves, but all in all, it looks like a decent squad, as long as we don't get them injuries. Reed is going to be coming in permanently ahead of Wright on that left-hand side. Wright is the wrong side of 30 now, even though he does still have a bit of pace about him. At 73 rated, I'm afraid he'll be dropping to the bench from now on and being a rotation player. He is out of contract, I think, at the end of the season as well. I'm yet to do the contract, so I'll have to do that at the end of this episode. I will offer him a rotation contract. If he doesn't accept the rotation contract, he will be gone. Yeah, so Reed's going to be coming in on that left-hand side. Stansfield, our star man up top. We did have a big offer come in for Stansfield. I rejected it because it was from Brentford. And I'm not selling Stansfield for him to go to Brentford for £125 million. He ain't going to Brentford. I also had a big offer come in for Poku, which I was trying to negotiate a better deal for. It was Crystal Palace that come in for him. And I thought if I could let Poku go to Crystal Palace, but in a player swap deal. So I was trying to bring in Wharton from Crystal Palace. They weren't having any of it, unfortunately. I also tried to... Madueke as well is at Crystal Palace. I thought, okay, if I can't get Wharton, I'll take Madueke. If you want Poku, who's I think he's valued at about 38, 40 million, but in the form that he's been in last season, or the last couple of seasons, probably worth 50, 55, 60 million. I thought, right, we'll take Madueke then. They wouldn't want to give up Madueke. So we ended the negotiations there. Poku wasn't going anywhere. You'll see there that Garner's dropped into that CDM position with Kone coming on that right side of midfield and Rigg on the left. New left back, like we said. Clara, Mengi and Laird and Valles coming into that number 1 position. Valles he has better reflexes and better positioning than Beadle. So hopefully we're not going to concede so many goals. With better positioning and better reflexes, hopefully we can keep some clean sheets. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I need to tell you. We have a transfer budget of 17.9 million remaining. So we could still buy some players either at the end of this episode, because that'll take us up to the transfer deadline day, or we'll save that 17.9 million until January, where I was thinking, well, I was going to do it now, but I've decided against it. I was thinking, because we're pretty thin in midfield, I was thinking of bringing in either Lamar or DePaul. Both aging. I'm pretty sure Atletico Madrid and PSG would probably be looking to offload these type of players now because of their age and the fact that they're spending millions of pounds on new players constantly anyway. But for 14 million, or less than 14 million probably, 13 million, we could get Lamar to come into Riggs' position and be more of like a playmaker rather than a box-to-box. Or we could bring in DePaul. Again, their stats are fine. DePaul is more of that box-to-box. But again, I'd probably try and bring them in on a rotation contract if they'd accept it. But yeah, other than that, I don't really think we'll be able to afford anyone else. Unless there's a centre-back that we could bring in, an older centre-back that's 30 years of age, and would probably be looking to move club, who still has a little bit of pace about them, if we could bring a player like that in who's 78, 80 rated, maybe 80 rated, I'd have to have a look though, for around about 10 million or 10, 15 million, that would be great. That's another option, but I'd have to try and search for that type of player because we don't have one here. But yeah. Is that it? Is that all transfer talk over? Tactics. I think I said in the last episode, I've changed it from the build-up style to balance from counter-attack. We're still going to be playing the 4-3-3 holding. I've changed Rig to a half winger with Reed coming inside. So there will be space out on that left-hand side for Rig to go into. Garner's going to be the man holding. Kone box to box. Poku coming in off that right-hand side. Stansfield hopefully banging goals in. I would like to get Carreras and Laird as wing-backs and pushing up the pitch. But I just feel like the way we leak goals, we'll to begin with, we'll try and keep it solid at the back. If we do start keeping clean sheets and we can afford to maybe push these players up a little bit, we will do that. But yeah, I think that's it. That is it. But in today's episode, we're going to be starting off with a game against Manchester United. Manchester City will play Bristol Rovers and then end the episode by simming Brentford, the team that were trying to steal my star man. But that wasn't happening. I'll just have a look at other transfers that are going on, actually, just to see how much money is being spent. Traore from Sporting Lisbon. 92 rated. At the age of 22, has gone to Real Madrid. No surprise there for £182.1 million. Endricks left Liverpool to go to Villarreal. They had a good season last season, finishing second. Valverde is doing the rounds, going from Real Madrid to PSG to Juventus now. Isaac's gone to, or Isaac, not too sure, has gone to Chelsea. Elise's gone to Leverkusen. He's left Bayern Munich. Adeyemi's left Dortmund to go to Roma. Gyökeres has left Bayern Munich to go to Atalanta. Antonio Silva has left Manchester United to go to Frankfurt. Zubimendi has gone to Liverpool, which I think he's probably where he's going to end up in real life anyway. Frimpong leaving Manchester City to go to Dortmund. Gallagher's gone to Manchester City. Thiaw has left Bournemouth to go to Real Betis. I don't think they had a good season at all last season. But yeah, it's still quite a lot of money. Yoro has gone from Barcelona to Lille. Back from where Manchester United bought him from. Tomore's left Real Madrid to go to Brighton. Ben White has gone to Marseille. That's a goodbye. Vermeeren going to Wolves. Reece James leaving PSG to go to Napoli. Moses Keane leaving Chelsea to go to RB Leipzig. And I think that's as far as we are going to go down. Diaz has gone to Roma. Onana's left Villa to go to Rennes. Mikey Moore leaving Manchester City to go to Bayern Munich. 80 rated, 21 years of age. Good player. Definitely going to be a good player in real life as well. Right, that's enough transfer talk. It's football time. Brand new season, season 5. We're going straight in to this game. That is our starting lineup. Let's go and pick up 3 points at Old Trafford.
Well, Derek, I'm really looking forward to this, and so are these away fans. They really believe their team will qualify for Europe this season. Let's hope they're not disappointed today.
Yo! Poku with the first First goal of the season for us. I wanted Stansfield to lay that off to Poku to begin with, but who did it go to? Was it Rigg? I think Rigg was the man then to lay it off, or it might have been Reed actually, to lay it off for Poku. What a shot though, on his weak foot. I mean, you can't see it going into the back of the net because I think that was Van den Berg in the way. There, I just wanted to lay that off for Poku, but it went to Reed. And Reed laid it off for Poku to put us in the lead at Old Trafford. We're winning 1-0.
So on they go again, and that really should shake up United. Can they find a response now?
Kone, fantastic. Go on, Manu.
Jay Stansfield.
Finds Poku. To make it 2! We're starting the season well. Let's go. Let's go. Stansfield turning provider.
Well, let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful.
Lovely. I'm not too sure who is in goal for Manchester United, but that's poor. Great start from Birmingham City. We are still playing the 3 minutes a half as well on ultimate difficulty. But we're beating Manchester United 2-0.
Could play it in.
Corner for Manchester United. We're playing well. We are playing well. Manchester United are making an early change. I'm not too sure, or I'm pretty sure that's not down to an injury. That's tactical. Manchester United not happy at all with how this game is going so far. Reed with the defensive header. Poku! Lad! No. Oh, I've put too much on it. No, I haven't. Poku's in space. Get on for Stansfield. He's there. Jump! He's not going to beat the goalkeeper in the air there, though, is he? 2 minutes added on. Oh, lovely. Kubo.
Crossing opportunity.
Oh, lovely. Let's go. That's going to be half-time, and we go in leading 2-0. Look at the space out there for Reed, hugging the touchline. Manu Kone on his debut. What a signing he is going to be for us. Lovely run, lovely layoff for Reed. We're beating Manchester United 3-0. Do we need to make changes? Oh, what a goal. Do we need to make changes? It's a little bit too early.
Miles Leeburn. Right.
Get that back to Leeburn. Manu Kono's through, but the pass was shocking from Leeburn. That's where we could have done with Stansfield. I feel like Stansfield would have found him. Manchester United are coming at us. We're definitely going to be taking 3 points here, though. 2 minutes added on. Can we keep the clean sheet? Valles! Is it going to go out for a corner? Yes, it is. Could be the final play of the game. Gord's going off. For I'm not too sure who that is. Rice. Hall! Good defensive header. It's come back in though. Van den Berg! And that should be it. It's a clean sheet in our first game of the season, and it's 3 points as we beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. 3-0. And it's our first home game of the season, and we are welcoming Manchester City. Not going to be an easy game, but with this squad, this starting lineup, I believe we can get something. I don't think we're not going to make any other changes. We had a good first game. Kone was fantastic. Everyone was good. It was a shame Stansfield couldn't get a goal. Poku, amazing. Reed did okay on that left-hand side as well. The midfield seemed solid with Garner, Kone and Rigg. As backline as well in Laird, Mengi, Clara and Carreras did extremely well, and so did the goalkeeper. Valles, bargain. Absolute bargain, I think. But no changes to that winning team. Let's go into this game against Manchester City.
Still all square. Can they make this pressure count?
Oh, Poku's through the middle. Couldn't find him. We're going to find Stansfield, though. He's still got it. Oh, and Stansfield stabbed it home to give us the lead against this Manchester City side. Let's go. Stansfield manages to get a second bite at the cherry. Stabbed that one home. Not too sure who it is in goal. Is it Ortega? No, it's Courtois at Manchester City. And Stansfield's off the mark for this season with that goal. We're beating Manchester City 1-0. Vitinha.
Could take things forward a notch.
Oh, it's into Haaland. And there's the equaliser. It's that man Haaland, the main man for Manchester City, bringing a goal back. Clara, unfortunately, just couldn't slide across to get anything on that. Oh, it just went over Clara. And Valles, unfortunately, not saving that one. And there goes his clean sheet for this game. But we should be going in at half-time level. 1 minute added on. We find Stansfield into Kone. Lost it. And we go in at half-time level. 1-1.
Attack this. To take the lead. They've got another.
Stansfield to take the lead once again to double his goal tally for the season. Let's go. Led, lovely ball in. I was trying to pass that to Poku, if I'm being honest, but I'm glad Stansfield picked it up, and Stansfield put it into the back of the net. I think he finished last season with 42 goals, breaking the Premier League goal-scoring record. So if he could beat the record this season again, that would be fantastic.
Have him on board. I'm really looking forward to seeing his debut.
Oh, Clara, that was vital. He got that because I don't think Valles was going to be saving it. I'm going to make a couple of changes as well. Oh, or do I? I'm going to get Arnold on for Rigg. And I'm going to alter the tactics a little bit. Because I don't want Arnold as a half winger. I'd rather have him in the build-up, sitting alongside potentially Garner, but then still getting involved in the attacking play. Do I make any other changes? No, that's going to be my only change for now. We're tweaking it a little bit. But we're still beating Manchester City for now, 2-1. With a corner to deal with. As they go short.
And they've gone with a short one.
Go on, Arnold. Run away with it.
Nicely. Camera. And this could be. And they've levelled it up. Nothing to
Arnold
deflect
just
the
couldn't
ball
run
from.
away with the ball. If only he could have ran away with the ball there.
Well, this is a neat and tidy finish. His
Ah,
movement
how
is great.
it's
He's got
McAtee in
the
it.
space
How has he
and
found
then
that much
so
space? Clara
composed.
should be a little bit tighter, in my opinion. There, McAtee's just sent him for a hot dog, though. We're back level, 2-2.
And with Foden.
2 minutes added on.
Haaland.
City are going to have one last attack. Garner's sprinting back to try and get something on Haaland. May have just fouled him. Oh my days, and Haaland was through there. We got saved by the ref's whistle. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I bet Haaland is not happy with that referee. But we take the point. That is a good Manchester City side, and it's a good point. We're playing well, but unfortunately we still conceded them 2 goals. As the game ends level 2-2. It's Carabao Cup action for us next against Bristol Rovers. We will ring some changes. Beadle's going to be starting the Carabao Cup games. It'll be nice to have a cup run. We haven't had a decent cup run with Birmingham City since our first season. When we were in League One, we managed to get to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Since then, we've been pants in cup competitions. So this season, it's going to change. Like I say, we're going to ring the changes. Beadle's going to be starting in goal. Hall can start at left back. We're going to rest Clara. We'll rest Clara and Mengi, actually. We're going to have Hurst and Van den Berg in defence. Laird is going to be starting. I'm going to start Stokes. Youth Academy player, 18 years of age. I think we start Kone and Rigg. No, we'll start Arnold, actually, instead of Rigg. Wright can start on the left. Lee Burns going to start. I don't think we make any other changes, do we? Like, I still want to win. Poku's going to start on the right-hand side. Lee Burn up top. Wright on the left. Arnold, Stokes and Kone in midfield with Hall, Van den Berg, Hurst and Laird in defence, with Beadle captaining the side in goal. Let's have a good cup run. I'll get Williams on the bench as well. We'll rest Garner altogether. Could I use Pickering as a centre mid? Probably not. We need to alter the tactics a little bit as well. Like I say, we don't want Arnold as a half winger. We'll have him as a build-up, deep-lying playmaker. Poku as the inside forward. Same as Wright. Stokes is going to be holding. That looks okay, actually. So that's going to be our starting lineup. Let's go into this final game that we're going to play against Bristol Rovers.
Arnold. Taking this on.
Oh, Poku!
Goalkeeping there. What a chance.
And Wright's put us in the lead, finally. Nothing has happened in that first half. Absolutely nothing until now. And Wright is the man to put us in the lead. He's going to be playing most of his football in cup games, so he needs to make the most of these games
Not many goalkeepers would keep that out.
and try and get as many goals as he can. But that's his first of the season. It's come in the Carabao Cup against Bristol Rovers, and we're winning 1-0.
And we're back up. Lovely, incisive ball. It's in.
And Lee Burns made it too.
Little bit of buffer.
It's time to get Kone off.
Keeping
Let him
concentration now.
have a decent rest, ready for the next game. Is that right with the assist? Goal and an assist for Wright. Lee Byrne finally getting on the score sheet. Lovely goal. Right, let's make a couple of changes. We're going to take Kone off. We'll... could I maybe bring on someone like Williams? Probably not. It's going to have to be Rig. We'll bring on Barrett as well for Poku. Harvey for Laird. And no other changes to be made. We're beating Bristol Rovers 2-0.
Takes it on.
Oh, right! Hitting the post from range.
Frustrating for the coach and the players.
Couldn't get his second of the game. And there it is, the full-time whistle. And we are progressing in the Carabao Cup as we've beaten Bristol Rovers 2-0. And in the final game of this episode, we are going to be quick simming the game against Brentford. Are we going to get screwed over with the quick sim? There's only one way to find out. Yes. We are beaten by Brentford 2-0. Doku with both goals. We just edged possession, but it was the same amount of shots, same chances. We couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Brentford could. They got Dumfries as well as Doku. Jimenez. Awful, awful, awful. The quick sim has screwed us over. Brentford beat us 2-0. Very, very disappointing result. We'll have a look at the league table to see what that means. Got another player leaving. Not going to tell us, okay. But we'll have a look at the league table. We're in a familiar place of 9th. But it is 1-1, drawn 1 and lost 1. Not too bad though. 4 points. Wolves are sat at the top with 7 points, along with Manchester City and Leeds. Arsenal in 4th, Chelsea in 5th. Manchester United, where are you? Down in 14th. Not good at all. Crystal Palace, only drawn 1 and lost 2. If they end up getting relegated, you'd know for sure we'll be going in for Wharton 100%. But we started off this episode with a 3-0 win against Manchester United, which was a good result. Our first clean sheet of the season. We then went and drawn to Manchester City 2-2, and then we beat Bristol Rovers with a much changed starting 11 2-0 to progress in the Carabao Cup, and then we've just quick simmed the game against Brentford and got our first loss of the season as they beat us 2-0. In the next episode, we will start off by simming Burnley. We'll play Forest, play Swansea in the Carabao Cup, and then end the episode by playing Fulham. Very much looking forward to that one. Very happy with my signings. Very happy with the team. Definitely enjoying this starting 11 and my new signings. But this is the end of this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please remember to hit that like button. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next episode.